Hello and welcome back to Quick Looks with the Casual Hour. I'm your host, Bobby Pease. Joining me, the gamer on the go, Chase Kinnicky. Chase, I blame you for everything that's about to happen with this game.
I love it.
This is Trials of Fire. It is in early access right now from What Boy Games. It is currently PC only. This is a dense-ass game, and I might be in over my head. So I need your help.
Okay, well, as a person who's never played this game, I'll try to help you as much as I can.
Here's where I think you're going to be able to help me out. First and foremost, we're going to be playing a grid-based, turn-based strategy game that revolves around, you guessed it, deck building. But...
Great, you got me.
You're in. I know a dirty little secret of yours that is now going to be shared with any 5 people that watch this video.
Oh?
You like Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, oh yeah, I do. I haven't played since college, so like maybe a decade. But yeah, I like Magic the Gathering. It's a fun thing to play.
I don't know much about Magic, but I think that this is a lot more fantasy driven, and there might even be some things that could be similar to you. That's just an assumption of mine, so you'll have to confirm my thoughts if that's right.
Yeah, I mean, I played some Hearthstone and very quickly got out of it. I don't mind the mechanics of Hearthstone, but it just wasn't quite my thing. So it's, I do like these kinds of games, but I'm also somewhat particular about these kinds of games.
Okay. This one plays a little bit different outside of combat. So there is going to be an overworld that you're going to move in your party through. This also has a RPG mechanic to it. So there's different types of classes that you unlock. And each one of those classes comes with a set of cards and items that you can use that have colored rarity that you can equip throughout the quest.
It's a Diablo.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of Diablo here with it. So we're going to be running with a witch, a warlord, and an elementalist.
Excuse me? A who?
A witch.
Uh-huh.
A warlord.
There you go.
That's what I said.
No, I'm pretty sure you said warlord.
Okay. Well,
like he's a white load. That's what I was hearing.
So, you can add your own custom hero portraits if you wanted to, which is kind of neat. And you can name everybody, so you can really do the whole meta for playing your journey.
When
there.
they say custom hero portraits, are you like uploading an image, or is it you're picking some options? Okay.
And I think they had some stuff that they're talking about with their Discord.
Interesting.
So I believe when I first played this, because I've done like one run where I've unlocked. So the witch and the warlord are new. The first time in, I played with the warrior class and the hunter. So I could go back to that, or I could go into it blind with 2 new classes. What would you prefer?
Hey, let's both go into it blind.
Okay. So when you begin your journey, it's going to give you basically the storybook of what's happening. Over here, you can see information on the health and other stats of your party. Here it's going to be food supplies. You're also going to have mystic herbs. These are used to meditate while resting to improve your hero's deck. This is your obsidian coin. This is your currency, because you'll find areas that you can buy cards, upgrades.
If you hover over those blue words like Terralin or Grasslands, do those do anything? Yep. Okay, yep. Very cool. Some games will highlight words like that and then do nothing with them, and that annoys me to no end. Like if you're going to point out that, hey, this word is important, you should tell me a little bit more about it.
Yeah, totally. So there's a lot of tool tips that pop up on this game, and down here they do have like hover over for more info.
You said this is an early access?
It is, and they did just have a pretty big content update where they're like, hey, if you haven't played for a while, we really think it's best for you to start from scratch. But considering
you ignored them.
I did ignore them because I just started playing this like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Sure, you basically just started.
So
there's a lot of text. It seems like there's a lot of text in here for a game that is not finished yet.
Yeah, it is dense. So you can click and navigate. This symbol over here is going to be our main objective. So if we follow that direction or that path, we will eventually get where we need to. These are random instances that you'll want to be on. Or I went to this one. We can pick our way through the ruins of a remote inn. You find a locked cellar with some of its contents still salvageable. So
Okay, so it's got a bit of like an FTL, Oregon Trail-ness to it, where you have these kind of random occurrences.
totally. Up here, you'll notice that we have the morale of our squad, and you also see the stamina of our squad. They will be using some of these resources as they progress through. So you want to make sure that you're kind of keeping your party in a good standing. So we're going to continue to move towards the main objective. Judging by the broken state, headstones scattered around, it looks like you're in the remains of a human graveyard. And if we hover over human, it tells you a little bit about where humans are
Oh,
at.
we're the dominant race living in the living world.
So it gives you some if this then that risk reward situations. We can start digging up the graves, and we will get 50% health damage.
Dig them up.
Dig them up. Okay. After a while, you hear the disconcerting sound of steel on bone. You find iron hinges, but the wooden coffin must have decayed away completely.
Ooh.
But we did find a legendary crafting material, so I think we'll take that.
Okay.
And that
Is that
seems
good?
very, very helpful. We'll continue on and try and get into some combat here. I'm a little bit surprised, because the first time that I played this, there was a lot of like enemies just scattered about the overworld, and they would start working their way towards you. In the ruins of what appears to be a human town, you come across a group of humans who have captured a single ratling, and they give you a nice little illustration of what that is. It's like a rat person. Upon noticing
half
the party,
rat, half dude.
yeah, half rat, half dude. The captive calls out desperately. We can help the trader confront the bandits, or we can leave the trader to his fate and explore the ruins. I think that
Let's
we
see
should
some battle.
Let's do some battle.
Yeah.
So you get a really cool little pop-up storybook look here, and you've got elements that you probably notice right away. Like our witch is behind this brick wall. We are protected by that. So the elements on the battlefield will help take care of that. I'm gonna.
Bobby, I have something to confess here.
Yeah.
I don't like hex-based games. I don't like hexagons.
Walk me through why that is.
I think it's just a little more nebulous on the way pieces can move. Like, it's not something I'm considering in my head. When I play a game like Fire Emblem that's square tile based, then I feel like I just have a better idea in my head about, okay, somebody can attack me from the front, the sides, or behind, and when I move, it also feels very chess-like. Whereas this, it just feels a little bit more, like moving up but to the side instead of just going. I don't know. It's tough.
I'm doing my absolute best to be as knowledgeable on what I do recall with the types of cards we have that will impact how we move and do things. So this is the Recycle Shrine. You can drop a skill card here or right click on it to recycle. A recycled skill card can be used in a variety of ways. This will generate 1 willpower to pay for the other skill cards. Move the skill card hero 2 spaces, and unspent recycled cards provide 2 defense to their hero when you end your turn. So we've got a lot of options on how we use our cards, and you're going to notice the cost of the cards. We're already, like, this is the first time we've played in a battle, and we have no willpower to play at all. So they're going to make you get rid of cards in order to play cards. So I can't click on any of my characters right now. So when you start off, you already have to make some decisions on what am I going to get rid of for each one of my characters that are here. And so you've got basic cards, and you've got power cards. And the power cards are going to be specific to that class. Basic cards are also, I think, going to be more to that class, or that character. But you can see, here's what we have right now. We've got basic, we've got action, and we've got a power card. We've got redraw cards, 2 remaining, and we have more card details we can pull up if we need to for that deck for this particular character. So, Mind Drain, Magic Attack, then steal a card from the top of a target. If I selected that one, and you have this drag aspect, I don't have anything that I can do right now to reach an attack. So I think that we can go ahead and get rid of that. And now I can move my character 2 spaces. Or I can attack if I wanted to do so.
You could move them 2 spaces because they had a 2 power card. Is that what it was?
Because I disposed of a card. I recycled a card. So
any card could give you 2 movement.
Yep, every single time. So if we come back over to this, move the skill card's hero 2 spaces.
Oh, okay, sure.
So we get that with any card that we get rid of. So I have him ready to go, and you can see that the yellow circles indicating that there is action that we can take here. Let's come down here and look at our Warlord. The leadership, every time you play a card that affects another friendly character, gain 1 willpower. I'm not going to do anything right now with leadership, so we can get rid of that, or I could have right-clicked on it if I wanted to. So I can move both of those characters forward. So down here for the Elementalist, is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a few
It's
options.
like here's a way that you can remember. So there's the CBS show The Mentalist, and then there's a different, I also think, CBS show called Elementary.
Elementaryest.
Put those two shows together.
This is my Elementaryest. No.
Almost there, but yeah, good enough.
So I'm gonna get rid of swipe because we're not gonna do any melee here. I think my force missile will not reach either. So we're gonna move everyone up. That's the plan right now.
Is that generally what you end up doing?
Yeah.
First couple turns is just move stuff.
And right now we're in a particularly low risk situation. There might be more that come in here, but we only have one bandit with 10 HP. So
do you find it's useful to like turtle up, like keep your witch behind that brick wall, and then have the bandit or whoever that is come up to you?
At the times of playing this, yes. What particular enemy types I want to do that? I'm sorry I didn't explain what I just did there, by the way. So these power cards, they rest on top of your puck. They can be knocked off in attacks. So this particular one that I have on there right now, oh my gosh, I just said it. This card here, this will give me 1 willpower at the start of my turn. And that's super helpful because now I don't have to distinguish any cards. I have that, but if I get attacked and it gets knocked off, we're going to be hurting pretty badly.
Is it guaranteed that it gets knocked off in an attack?
Nope. And I don't know what the numbers are around that. This defensive stance doesn't cost us anything. I can put that. That's also going to give the defending 2 after performing a melee attack. We're not doing anything with it, but I don't want to waste it. So we're in a pretty good spot, and we know that any unspent recycle cards provide 2 defense to their hero when you end the turn. So down here, we're going to go ahead and end our turn. More than 1 card in hand. Oh, I guess I got to get rid of it. I'll get rid of the force missile. There we go. So now we have the green light to end our turn. And that did give the defense up. So you'll notice that here we've got the 2 shield.
Uh-huh.
So what did
he can throw that knife from quite far away.
He is very talented with that. We do have an advance also. Move 2 and gain 1 willpower.
But if you were behind that wall, he couldn't target you with that. He would probably have to target your elementalist.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I have this advance that doesn't cost us anything, and I'll gain willpower immediately after doing it. So that makes a lot of sense for me to do. Magic attack 2, then steal a card. I don't think I can do mind drain from here. Well, yeah, we can, and we got their card.
Looks like you can.
But I don't know if I think that they were shielded because I didn't do any damage. I think that this. Or hang on a second. Shocked. Okay, so there was a status effect that went on to them, but it didn't take away any of their physical health.
Sure.
We got another advance, so that's helpful. We'll move forward and continue that. Do I have melee? All right, I'm gonna get rid of this one here to get some movement going. I should be able to do fan flame. Nope, doesn't reach. Damn. Maybe this blast would. So you're seeing here. Let me show you these 2 for this individual. We have like a kind of a 3x4 type of spread, and then this one is going to be a straight line that works off of your favorite hex there.
Yeah. See how you can't target that guy with these hexes?
Yeah, I know, but I might be able to move up and do some damage now. That would be this individual. Power shot.
That's good.
And we had the shock bonus, so that helped out.
Gotcha. So the 2 that he's got on the bottom right of his puck there, what is that 2?
I don't know, because it's not giving me any readout on what that is.
Maybe could that be the shock? Like the shock's gonna last 2 turns on him?
I was thinking that, or maybe what its range of attack would be.
But he did that knife trick thing. It was pretty far away.
Get rid of this one. And my knife attack should reach. Not enough willpower recycled. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
All right, they're close. And I have... I wonder if I can get that person up there. I don't know if I can do the unstable.
If you move up one more, can't you do your fan flames or?
I can do this free melee also.
Okay.
And then we'll do the fan flame. Oh, that took care of that.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So through battle, then you'll get an opportunity to level up a hero.
You only get to level up 1 per battle, or 1 per enemy you defeat.
I believe it's enemy. Don't hold me to that, because I have had situations where I can upgrade more than one person. Who would you like to upgrade?
I think it seemed like your witch was doing a lot of work there.
Yeah. So the upgrade is to look at cards. You can choose those to do like a Mind Drain Plus. You have some options over here to see what these are based off of action. But our basic cards we can take up.
Okay, so if we go back to our Fights in Tight Spaces streams, we generally like upgrading cards more than adding new cards.
Correct. So we've got a Mind Drain, we've got a Swipe, we have an Advance. Not a huge jump there. I mean, you go up by 1.
Yeah, an extra move. Generally, sometimes make a difference. Yeah, whatever you think.
I'm gonna go with Advance. That seems like an important one to get. We are gonna get some pretty epic armor, so I'll take all that. And after the last bandit is defeated, the Rattling trader thanks Shauna for her help. He offers a substantial reward, but only if the party can escort him back to a nearby town. So this starts a side quest.
Okay.
And we weren't terribly far from a town.
What did that shelter mean when that popped up?
That we were in a situation where we could heal. We were going to be rested as well.
Was that resting automatically, or do you need to do something to rest?
You can click the campfire to initiate that. Okay. Also, we're in a situation with our gear and our cards right now. The way that works. So I have some empty spots around our character here. So looking at this witch.
Sure. So you can equip that cool armor you got.
And that gives us new cards.
Interesting. Okay.
So your gear is not just there for looks. That's what adds cards to your deck. So I also have this leather shield.
Do they have any passive bonuses too, or is it just the extra?
Yeah, for sure. Some of these down here, you'll see a little bit more like the arcane stuff that's going to do that for you. Okay. And I don't have anything to put in those places right now.
So equipping that armor isn't stopping any enemy attacks. It's just you have two new or 3 new cards that you.
Yep.
That you got. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So it added in a power card, an action card, and a heroic card. All attacks deal 2+ damage this turn. Draw a random damage card from your deck or discard pile.
What does the armor 4 mean on the left side of the card?
So that is, I think, the rarity level of it.
Gotcha.
I'm probably wrong on that, because nothing over here. If you look at our well, I'm sorry, that did add a bonus stat here. So our armor went up to 6. So each point of armor provides an additional health at the start of every battle. This provides a small buffer before you start taking permanent health damage. High or low morale can affect the armor. So
okay, so there was a passive buff.
Yeah, so that gave us 4 to this here. So that puts us we're at 15 right now, where we would be at 16 if we were at full health.
Nice.
I could use a food supply to heal right now, but I don't want to do that.
Can you swap that armor to other characters, or is it locked in?
So I could let's bring that back over here. So I don't have any armor on this character.
Because I feel like it might be a better fit for the warlord. Because like, she's probably going to get up more close and personal, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
And you'll notice that it grays out when you can't use it on
Oh,
particular
for people
classes.
who can't use it. Okay.
So you'll know we can drop that there. We get those. I can get back up to our witch and just put the robes back on the witch that were there, which that provided the 1 willpower at the start of each turn. That was the card we put on top of the puck.
Okay.
So let's set up.
Yeah.
Camp.
Why don't you run through a little bit more? Like, let's get to this town eventually. Do whatever you need to, but thinking like this seems like an incredibly dense game, and I feel like we barely scratched the surface of it.
100%. So what I did there, we set up camp. I used some of our stamina to do that. I used one of our supplies that healed up my witch who had taken damage. So everyone is in good health. We're back now. There is an enemy. So we've got a town over here. I think it's a town. Let's move down here. And that should have... What? There's the village. Sorry. So we're going to move to this village. And that should... I thought that was going to drop off.
Are you sure that's the right village? Like now when you're back on the map, you got a secondary
yeah, that's right.
arrow icon.
I didn't go the right way. I am going to purchase a helmet.
Oh, you didn't want to do a little light jerkin?
A little what?
A little light jerkin. That's what the third one.
This one here?
Yeah, I know how much you love light jerkin.
God.
What? It's what the card's called.
I see what you did there.
I don't. I have no idea what you're talking about.
So let me equip this secondary item on our warlord, and we'll put that helm on. So it takes them up to 6. So they're in a pretty damn good spot to help us out with this. And then I will get back to our quest line here. So that ratling is chasing us.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for the town to drop off our friend.
Even though like there isn't defined tiles exactly, like there are still text-based tiles based on like what your mouse cursor's doing.
Correct.
It looks like.
So you find the grisly remains of a human lying near a large flat stone. Judging by the tooth marks across his torso, it looks like he's been half eaten by a giant wolf-like creature. We can search the body. Could be a reward, could be a battle, or we can just inspect the flat stone and get food.
Yeah, I want to get back to the to this village for this side quest thing. So why don't you just do the food?
Okay. Continue that. And then I think we were... I don't know where that other side quest arrow went.
Is it the one with on the left with that fire going?
Possibly. Could be. That looks like a little town area.
Oh, you guys are drained.
We'll take the minor stimulant. I don't know where his thing went.
Yeah, it just kind of disappeared when you got into that area.
I'm just gonna rest really quick and try and get some health up really quick.
Sure.
All right, we'll keep moving across here and see if that arrow pops back up. But I thought we were going in the right direction.
Yeah, that's odd.
Maybe he died. Hanging from the branch is an unusually vibrant copse, lizard-like creature. Copse, yeah.
I'm not familiar with that word.
She claims to be a life drake, a lesser dragon with power of healing. Before you can decide what to do, a human mystic comes crashing into the copse. He demands you leave his home and his pet alone and continue on your way. Leave the man in peace, because we want to see...
Aw, what?
Well, I thought you wanted to advance this.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking the side quest, but that's like a new follower. What is a new follower? Would that have gotten you a fourth character for this run, or a new potential character you could use future runs?
I think towards future runs.
Okay.
Again,
Well, then I feel a little bad you skipped that.
put that on our witch here. Got some nice epic
I
stuff.
don't know if all these sirens and horns are
They're coming after me
probably
for not saving that poor villager.
probably.
We are drained. We are exhausted.
So you can't walk through those forest tiles?
We can.
Or it could just be a bad time if something
Yeah,
catches
I
you
mean,
there.
that's what this is over here. So I think I'll have the option to set up
You're
camp.
shattered now. God, you're just feeling terrible. So if you go into this fight when you're shattered, does that have any
We're going to find out, Chase.
effects on you? Okay.
Because it looks like we're fighting
apparently it
a
does.
devil moth. So we have a fatigue weakness. Yeah, we definitely are not doing ourselves any favors right now.
Oh, double fatigue.
Triple fatigue. Okay. We've got the advanced plus, which I like. I'll try and give myself a little bit of a structure to hang out with. And all attacks deal 2+ damage this turn. Don't really think I'll be able to utilize that.
No, probably not.
We have an unstable blast. I'll just get rid of you. Move you up behind that.
So those fatigue cards, they're just in your deck.
They're in
and they
our
could
deck.
show up. Okay. So it's like, because we just played Fights in Tight Spaces, it's like a injury card.
Yep. And I'm going to recycle those. End our turn. Get some defense built up here. We've got more fatigue coming through. Because we rushed through it. Or I rushed through it, I should say.
Okay, so those cards, they just show up and then immediately discard, so it's just fewer cards in your hand.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
So we had a wing smash happen to us. We've got 27 HP with 5 shield. I do have the ability to do a basic melee to try and get that shield down. Defend after performing a melee attack. Doesn't do a whole lot for us right now, but I can put that on. And I think I have not enough. I don't know if I need to block. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. I'll attack.
Oh, so you can get rid of other characters' cards to let one character do more stuff?
Yep.
That's interesting.
So we're in a spot. Yeah, like you can sacrifice, like this character back here, our witch, is not really in the action right now.
Right.
So I can deplete their cards to try and help support what's happening down here.
That's cool.
There's some, I mean, again, like it's a lot to take in. And it's been a little overwhelming for me at times, just based off of our friend's not doing so good here.
Yeah. Your elementary list.
Our elementary list.
Yeah.
If I can swap them out. Could do this blast. No, I can't. I gotta get rid of something. I don't need... Ooh, that's not bad, though. I don't need the inspiration.
Yeah, I feel like you want to get your elementalist out of there and your
Yeah.
warlord up, since he's got so much more health.
I'll have to get rid of that card so then I can move here. And then I will move you up. With that. I can't really do much with it. Can I do this ranged attack from that back there? See if we can move up. And if I can land this ranged attack. There we go.
Nice.
I think that does some damage.
What does sleep do? Chilled, sorry.
Yeah. It does not tell me what my... Oh, chilled. It's
Yeah, negative
one to
one
movement.
damage.
Yep.
And damage.
And damage.
Seems nice.
And let's just block some extra defense there. Another fatigue card, and only a fatigue card there. Wing smash. Alright. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
What can we do here? Throw that into the pool. I move you there. Acid attack would be good. Move you here. I'm only gonna be able to do one attack that way, but I think I can proc these others to counter in. There we go. What I've done is
How'd that happen?
So did you notice that there was like the axes that went around the enemy? whenever.
Yeah.
So they all have, like, if you do an attack when you are grouped up together around something, this can happen to you also.
Oh,
Everybody
okay.
triggers an attack. So that's why I moved, because I knew, like, I could have just done an
Gotcha.
attack for each one, but I knew I could have got them around the enemy and then moved a little bit closer in that way. So I still
Okay.
have this magic attack, which is a force missile. So I do that on top of what we just did with that melee. So then I'll throw this.
Do they
here.
only get to do that? Is it only for melee attacks?
Yes.
Okay. But you can times per turn if you had multiple melee attacks?
Yep.
Okay.
So it gets pretty nasty. And that... What do you say with that? Ooh.
What happens if, well, I guess we're going to find out.
What were you saying?
I was going to say, what happens if
Somebody
your
dies?
elementalist dies? Like,
Yeah.
is she gone for this whole run now? Or is she just gone for the
we
battle?
can bring it back.
Okay.
Overhead slam. Let's try that out. Seems like a good one. There we go. And then I have the swipe, which will do another one. Perfect. Draw two. Oh, hang on a second. Draw 2 cards. Gain 1 willpower for every weakness card in your hand. Brings that back in there. Move. Draw 2 cards. So I'll just move back over here. That gives me 2 more cards. And move and gain a willpower. We'll do this mind drain. Do a melee attack by getting rid of...
Oh, that sounds better, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yep. So we'll do that. Perfect. So, not a bad run. I mean, that definitely was more in our favor.
Yeah, I mean, sad the elementalist had to die, but...
It was a sacrifice that will not be forgotten. So we got
just
defenses
turtling.
up. Yep, big time. Every time you play a card that didn't start in your deck, you gain 1 willpower. Don't care too much about that one. Move you back up. Did gain some defense off that, which is nice. Draw 2 cards, 1 willpower for every weakness card in your hand. That doesn't cost us anything. And then I have 2 there. Range attack. We'll do this shocked attack. That's going to, whenever hit by a melee or range attack, will deal 1 status damage to all friendly targets within 2 spaces. But this is not going to help too much because they're by themselves.
Right.
And-
So, can you only have 1 status on an enemy at one time? Because you had chilled on them before.
It's looking like that is the case. I didn't think it was, though.
Okay.
I thought that you could definitely have more.
Can statuses go away on their own, like for so many turns and then they're gone?
Yes. Damn, we are in a rough way. This
You used all that rage and now you're
exhausted.
tired.
Not much we can do. Just turtle up.
And now it looks like it lost its shock status.
Correct.
I don't know how, but I don't know what it did.
We'll move you over here. That gives us some that. Push you over. Melee, and then set you there. So we got the combo strike going.
Ranged, yeah.
Yeah, not gonna work. Stack those up and call it a night there. And I think, I mean, we're close enough on this one, Chase. If I can get through this fight, we'll wrap up after this one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Taking some damage though. Ranged attack, melee, melee. If I can use this to move this friend here, we should be in a pretty good spot. Do some damage.
Nice.
Move and gain 1 willpower. I'm going to take a step back here. Do this ranged attack. Damn, we're close. We are close.
Should get him next turn.
Yep.
Not so bad.
Yeah, not terrible. I think I can just end it here. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so first boss is cleared. Our elementariist is dead, but we did get an injury.
Cracked skull. That sounds rough.
Agreed. This is pretty neat too. So we can choose what the legendary item would be.
Oh, okay.
And you can see who could use it in the bottom left corner. So this one everybody could use. This one's only going to be for one individual, for one person. I would say for me it might be this mace. That seems the most versatile out of the lot.
Okay.
And I like the moving the melee up on this one. And then I can also do it here because it was a boss.
And you can't upgrade your witch because you already leveled up your witch? Is that
right?
Is that what that is? Okay.
Right. We'll do it.
They have to level evenly.
I can do the witch now.
Oh, okay.
So I'll swipe that one up for another melee. Take all that. And this is saying to continue the main objective of following in her footsteps. And an adrenaline surge from your success has helped you to shrug off some of the injuries hindering you.
Perfect.
And you gather what you can from the surrounding room before moving on. So we'll take all of that. And we are now continuing this off. So
still pretty shattered though.
Still pretty shattered. Things could be worse, I suspect.
This seems cool. It seems you said this early, but it seems dense.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of moving pieces on it. I like it quite a bit, though. I like what it's trying to do. I don't know if I've fully grasped what it is doing, but I think that for the most part, Trials of Fire does a really nice job of introducing some familiar mechanics from games that I do like. You know, I think about Witcher, and I think about even things with like Breath of the Wild and swapping out your gear, and Skyrim, and RPGs that I've really enjoyed, giving me some of those familiar things of like, I understand the progression of what these items might look like on how I'd want to have them here. And that's been super helpful, just the way that my brain works, and kind of mixing these genres up. But it is early access. They are actively working on it. As I mentioned, there was a pretty big content update recently. I like what it's doing. I've dove into some games very similar with card mechanics and runs, and this one is by far the most complex.
Yeah, I would say so.
So yeah, Trials of Fire has been a fun game to show you. I appreciate you hanging out with me while we look at it.
20 bucks on Steam, early access.
Yep, $20 on Steam. If you like what Chase and I are doing here, playing games that look like this, we've been the last few weeks every Monday night trying our hand at more strategy-given games for some of our casual Mondays. But we stream 3 nights a week. 2 of those we play games. 1 of those we record our podcast with our other co-host Johnny. We then post that on our Anchor page, which goes to any podcasting platform, so you can follow along with our podcast there. If you like these quick looks, make sure to give us a like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, and we will post that to our social, which is at the Casual Hour, wherever you find social networks living. Chase, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And we will be back later. Take care.